Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this simple bouquet. This is the bucket of flowers that I will be using for this bouquet. So when I make a bouquet, I like to start with my central flower. It doesn't have to be the largest flower, but in this case I'm going to be using a dahlia as my central flower. And then I work out from that dahlia. I'm adding a little bit of greenery, and typically you try to think in odd numbers. So I'm going to add 3 pieces of greenery to surround the dahlia. Next, I'm going to add a filler flower. In this case, I'm going to again add 3 of my flowers. These are sedum, and they're not completely open, so they have a little bit of that blush look and a little bit of green. I'm going to again use 3 of these and kind of center them around the dahlia. Next, I'm going to start adding more flowers. In this case, I'm adding some white cosmos, filling in the gaps that were created by the 3 sedum. You can continue to adjust the heights and positioning of the different flowers. So now you can just work off of that central bunch that you have and work in other flowers. I'm now adding in some zinnias. And these are the Queenly series zinnias that have that red center, which kind of picks up on the red in the dahlia. You can see that you can continue to adjust the flower heights as needed as you continue to add more flowers. Continue working out, but don't be too stressed at this point about getting it perfect because you still have a lot of space to go. These darker flowers are called scabiosa. Once you have a bouquet that you're happy with size-wise, I like to sit back, look at it a little bit, and kind of maybe pull some of the flowers out so they're a little more visible, tuck others in a little bit, and then add anything else that you need to at that point to kind of fill out that bouquet. Now it's time to go ahead and cut the stems to length. So you're going to pick a length that feels comfortable for your hands, and then just cut the stems off with your sharp clippers. Try to cut them in as even and straight a line as possible, but you can go back and refine a little bit later if you need to. Next, I like to put a rubber band around the stems, and this just frees up my hands when I go to wrap the bouquet in just a moment, because that keeps the stems together and in a solid place, not slipping. Now is a good time you can go back and refine if any of the stems look a little bit longer than the others. Now it is time to wrap the stems. Today I'm going to be using a piece of lace, but you can also use ribbon or raffia or whatever you like. I am going to wrap the lace around, and as you can see, I tucked the cut end up underneath this second layer of wrapping, and that just kind of secures it and helps to keep it from coming undone. I'm just going to continue twisting the bouquet and wrapping the stems as evenly as I can. When you get to the end, you're going to cut off the lace, leaving a short tail, and you're going to tuck that tail up under the last row of wrapping. When it comes out the bottom, you can kind of tuck that end up inside the stems so it's out of the way. Just make sure it's nice and snug. And this is the finished bouquet.